if anybody would like a complimentary mask, we do have some available if that will make you feel better. We usually don't have this many people in here, so I just want to let y'all know if that would is something you feel like doing. If you feel comfortable, I'll let you do your own thing, but we're always trying to be very, very safe and precautious in here. And while I'm giving little sound bites, I just want to also let you know I love this room so much because of the intimacy of this room, right? But I do want to let you know that if you think you're having an intimate conversation, you are not. And we're recording tonight as well, so it will be forever in the ether of this recording. So just keep that in mind if you don't mind. We will be live streaming this on Facebook.
I learned that the hard way when I was at one of my kids' basketball games, and the only reason I could be there is because I was somehow like maybe a ticket seller or something, but they were streaming it and watching it, and one of the people that I was with, their sister texted them and said, "We can hear everything you're saying." I was like, "Oh shit, what did I say?" Oh no! Because you know I said something about somebody.
Oh, of course. I mean, I just own up to it and be like, yeah, you know, it happens. I'm usually pretty spot on, I feel like, when I'm calling out somebody too, but I don't know. Never like it when it comes back to you. You're like, oh wait, that's like flop sweat. I don't like it. What would you like to start with?
Oh, I don't know. Should I start? Or you should start?
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start this time. Oh my goodness. Actually, I have a new song. I got a chance, one of the last times I was in Nashville, I got to write a song with Kim Ritchie.
Wow.
And I had it, and huh?
Oh, no, that's been sister.
No. Well, she and I was telling her about like all the shenanigans that's going on in Texas right now, especially with the women's rights involvement. And I really wanted to play this one at the march, but I didn't have it in there yet into the ether, so I went with something that was a little more familiar. But it's kind of my story in some ways and how I feel about how dudes are being at this moment in time. Obviously, none of them are in this room right now, right? Suicidal grief that speaks when you're out. No, that was one of the things, you know those little block necklaces that you could spell out something? I had Abby Normal that I would wear, and like none of my friends got it. Like most, middle schoolers had watched like Young Frankenstein, so. But that was like me being the weird kid and trying to be like, are you as cool? You're not that cool. Okay, I see where we are.
Gotta put your weirdness on display. Well, let's see. What do you think I could do? How about, let's do Only You. Okay, that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. This is a song I wrote. I started this song, I was trying to write this positive little love song called Only You. And, oh, that's my guitar making that noise. Is that okay? Or is that yours?
I thought it was mine.
It's me.
Okay. There we go. Oh, it's better. It's the ghost of the Continental Gallery.
Okay.
It always happens.
Oh, wait, no, it's still muted. Wait.
There we go.
It's better. Okay. Yeah, and then I just thought it was way more fun if I was more of an only you kind of. It's just completely opposite vibe. So.
I like it.
Only you would break your word, lay on my ears. Swear I don't know what I heard while laughing at my tears. Only you would take your crimes, swear you thought I knew. Say it happens all the time, that's just what lovers do. Only you, only you, only you. Say that's just what lovers do. Only you would build me up, put me on the throne, call me night and day, then just leave me all alone. Only you would bring around girls that you call friends. Only when I'm out of town, then try to make amends. Only you, only you, only you. Say that's just what lovers do. Yeah. Only you, only you, only you. Say that's just what lovers do. Only you, only you, only you. Say that's just what lovers, that's just what lovers, that's just what lovers do. Thank you.
I love it when you like flip something around where it's like, oh, it sounds like such a happy love song. You're like, no, I'm like pointing out all of your flaws.
Yeah, I just
Fan.
had the chorus and I was really struggling for those verses about the wonderful things.
Yeah.
Let's just go the other way.
Yeah,
more
I just
fun.
tend to like going in that other direction. It just seems like the right thing. Well, here's a prime example of that. See, my problem is I have this thing called the suicidal heart. So that's a totally different song. I might do that one later. This one made it on the Whitmore Sisters record, and so what I mean by a suicidal heart is it just has a mind of its own. And it's like, I'm in this person. I'm like, that's a terrible idea. And I was like, I'm doing it anyway. And I'm like, I can't fucking talk you out of it, but okay. We're just gonna go down that rabbit hole again. And I was like, so I'm a masochist, obviously. I'm admitting this. But at the same time, it's like, I've gotten some really good songs from heartbreak. So maybe this is a form of addiction. So that's how this song came into play. I was hurting for let down, just a love that I found, a sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, and any fool could see how it's written in the cards now. I was hurting for let down. Well, it happened in the moment that I met you. Yeah, I learned a lesson that I thought I knew. Better to part as friends before the cycle starts again. It's not your fault, I broke my heart, that's just what I do. I was hurting for let down, just a love that I found, a sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, and any fool could see how it's written in the cards now. I was hurting for let down. Well, I could tell that you were just my type, deeply unavailable is my plight. If I never cross your mind, well, that suits me just fine. I'm addicted to the heartache, I don't wanna do what's right. I was hurting for let down, just a love that I found, a sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, and any fool could see how it's written in the cards now. I was hurting for let down, just a love that I found, a sad queen in her crown, 'cause that's how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, and any fool could see how it's written in the cards now. I was hurting for let down.
So much.
It's now available for all the streaming purposes for anybody who wants to go.
Recording is so
Find that one.
cool too. It's got some awesome strings on it that are they're just exciting. It's a great recording.
I love, like, I feel like Eleanor got to play with all of her brushes, you know? So, this has been something since, like, I was 15 and playing in the band with my sister, Texas country stuff or whatever. We were like, we need to do a record together. And of course, like, you know, we needed to go through a divorce before we could get to that point.
Well, yeah, there's always the right time for that.
Right.
I think you guys found it. It's the perfect
I think
time.
so. I think a pandemic definitely helped on that front, and Chris did too, because I wanted to just like come and hang out in LA for a couple weeks and get a break, and he's like, you're not coming out here and sitting on the couch, are you? I'm gonna make this Whitmore record that we've been talking about. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
That's awesome.
So that was fun.
Let's see. How about I'm gonna to do this song called Fool's Paradise that I wrote. I was in Europe and I was hanging out at this bar one night when we weren't playing, and someone in the club came over and just started flirting with me. And I don't know, I'm always with Bruce, and the people don't flirt with me ever. So
He is intimidating, like, yeah.
So it was so startling, and I was like, oh wow, I kind of forgot what that felt like. It was kind of nice. So I kind of wrote this song about. Some sweet promise of love in that look in your eyes, and all that effortless charm that harm the unwise in a fool's paradise. A fool's paradise, a fool's paradise. I'm not writing this down. You could tell me again if you come back around. And all that ache in your voice, like I don't have a choice. It's a fool's paradise. A fool's paradise. A fool's paradise. A fool's paradise, a fool's paradise. Fools rush in where others dare to go. Oh, but I'm no fool, in case you didn't know. There's always something to lose, no matter your size. I got nothing to prove, so I listen to lies in a fool's paradise. A fool's paradise, a fool's paradise. A fool's paradise, a fool's paradise. A fool's paradise, a fool's paradise. Thank you.
Oh no. Thank you, Joanna. She's kind enough. She's gonna bring the tip jar to you if you guys are feeling the love. Also remember there are some major tip jars around the bar. Y'all give it up for Dominic back there. He's just making everything better. Okay. I just want to show off some more of my own foolish behavior. I'm going to do another newish one. This is actually called Suicide Heart. I've always had good intuition, but not so good at intentions. With instantaneous connection, a new impression on the skin. But my suicidal heart is tattooed and scarred. But here we go, here we go, here we go again. heart that's open. It always has a way of hoping and having bad taste in men, but it won't be tonight. So leave me my pride. But here we go. Here we go, here we go again. No, it's not your fault that I love you, but you should know how tender I am. There's a lot I know I can go through, but it ain't easy to just be friends. Ooh. Don't wanna be someone's possession. There's more to it than an obsession. And no, I'm not projecting how I feel. Given time, this will heal. So it's not your fault that I love you, but remember how tender I am. There's a lot I know I can go through, but it ain't easy to just be friends. It ain't easy, but I still wanna be your friend. I think I was having one of those moments I was listening to too much Patsy Cline. She was just influencing my ether.
Never too much, Patsy Cline.
Agreed.
Maybe we should stick with the heart theme there.
Alright.
And here's a little song. I was really trying to go for that kind of girl folk country duo vibe on this song. Yeah, it's just a little song called What the Heart Doesn't Know.
I love that it's Eleanor singing along with you on this one, so I'm going to try my best to do her part. I love that I got to be part of this record too. I know that Eleanor come in and did it, and the whole record was just amazing. But there was something a little extra needed, and she was already gone, and so I got to swing in there.
Came in and got to do some sweet
little
stuff for
vocals.
us. Which is very cool. Yeah, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. How can my heart be wrong? I should be moving on, but the heart doesn't know. The heart doesn't know. My heart doesn't know he's gone, wasting away the time on yesterday's sweeter wine. And the heart doesn't know, but the heart doesn't know. My heart doesn't know he's not mine. Scour the pages of scholars, study the words of the wise. They whisper the truth in my knowing ears, but nothing will let my love die.
Actually, I brought the record insert, literally. I need a little cheat sheet for those words. So I wanted to
You
make sure
read
that-
those words?
I could, because they're big. They are big enough. But I love that line though. I thought that my heart thought that love was fair, and that's so true of a heart. It was like, it's gonna be fine, and I'm like, you don't know, you poor heart.
No.
It wants to believe so badly.
None of it's fair.
No, none of it is. Well, now I got in that headspace, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. So, does anybody have any requests?
Ready.
Coyote? Done. Anything for you, JoJo. Joanna, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. For those of you that are streaming with us too, thank you so much for tuning in.
Is that the streaming?
We got that one, and we
Yeah,
got
I'm
another
gonna be
one over
going
there.
Like all night. Corner of my
They're
eye.
all around. This is one of my older songs. And I wrote it when I was in Nashville, and I was dating this guy, and he's definitely was a influencer on my songwriting, not just for inspiration, because my whole record was basically about that breakup, which I promptly gave him a copy of and said, "Thank you, I wouldn't have made this without you." But he gave me some sound advice. I'd written this song and it was just sort of like ethereal or whatever, and he's like, "Don't be like every other like female songwriter and not actually like complete the story." And I had to kind of agree with him on that one, so I wrote another verse at the end of it. So anyway, this one's called Coyotes, or Coyote. You're going for the bummer jams today. We're just gonna keep it bummer. He was a character who met his tragic end in a movie. He like a sort of an obsession with coyotes. I think of them as like my spirit animal.
Oh.
They're like mischievous little fuckers. Like they're total assholes.
A little bit scary.
Yeah, I mean, but like they can throw their voice around and split their vocal cords so they can sound like more. So when you hear like a whole bunch of them, it's probably only 3.
Wow, that's cool. I never knew that.
And if you threaten their population, they start breeding with the beta. So if you were ever trying to get rid of coyotes, don't kill them because they'll just be like, oh, yeah.
Learn something. You learn something when you go out to the Bonnie Whitmore show.
Well, speaking of going out, we were just talking about our friend Elizabeth Cook is playing tomorrow night at Antone's. So, I mean, that song that she wrote, was it 3 Chords and a Lie?
Yeah.
I was just like, I heard it and I was just like, I was mad almost. I'm like, shit, why the fuck did I even think of that? Ah, it's beautiful. But she's amazing and you should go to see that show tomorrow if you're up for it.
Yeah. Well, I think I might do a Bruce song here. Sometimes when I do like little song swap nights, I just do the songs I wrote, and I think people probably, I never do the ones that are actually like my favorite ones that other people wrote, and so I missed that. So I thought I'd do this one of Bruce's. Bruce recorded it too, but I think my version is like
it's the best.
defining one.
I do a version of this song too. So.
Of this one? Of Not Forgotten You?
Oh no, I'm thinking of Wrapped.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, this way no. Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear that. That's so cool.
What I love is that I did it one time, and Eleanor was like, it was like a gig where I was playing mostly covers anyway, and so that's my thing is like I'll play covers, but I play the covers that I like. Yeah. And I was doing that one.
Ones
and
that
Eleanor,
no one has heard.
Right, exactly. It's like it is a cover. Anyway, I'm also Bobby Whitman under those circumstances, but there's a whole other conversation. But Eleanor got roped into doing one with me, and we did that one, and I apparently didn't do the bridge right, and I had to fix it, and I go back and make sure that I did it right the next time.
Yes. Well, she's a perfectionist. Are you as well?
She got to be the perfectionist. I saw no point because like she already that's the only thing is she was always so good at so many things that I was just kind of like, well, that's one off the list that I don't have to worry about. Like they started me on violin, and I was like, nope.
I think that's the way
one.
the sibling things work with Bruce and his brother Charlie. They just are like, in so many ways, just opposite because it was the only thing left for Bruce to be.
Right.
Charlie claimed all these things like, well, I might as well be kind of quiet and like the opposite. So yeah, you can see that. Alrighty, goes like this. I came home a little early last night, shedding out a tear when I turned out the light. No, I don't hurt like I used to. I didn't wait for the knock on my door. Drawer in the room ain't empty anymore. So many got it tougher than I do. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you. Time flies and you just know. Time to think about letting go. Times I've been forget to. Am I singing my song? Yeah. Time, big feet to shovel them sands. Leave no trace and slip right through your hand. No, every little thing I know to do. But I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you. And I said, hail the western bound with this black tail flying. Lay on the rails and leave me in a dream of when your love was mine. Time flies and you just know. Time to think about letting go. Times I've been forget to be blue. But I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you. No, I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you. Hey, I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you. Thank you. It was really surreal because I started that second verse and I thought, am I singing rapped? Like, I really thought that I had morphed into a different song and I got really freaked out.
It's like doing a Bruce medley or something.
Yeah. Finally, I remembered the big feet line. I was like, oh yeah. I was lucky that he had big feet and I had big feet, and so that song works for both of us.
There you go. What's that shoe do you wear?
Oh, I'm a 9.
Wow.
It doesn't look like a 9. I'm just saying.
Good.
I mean, I would put yours up next to mine and think it were about the same, but I'm like a 7.5.
You're only a 7 now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Shoe talk.
Welcome to Bonnie and Kelly's Shoe Talk.
I like this. I think we should start a podcast about nothing but shoes. Yeah, this has also been really fun for me to sit in with you. I know, if you guys came last week, our buddy Scott Davis, he was hosting, and it was awesome. But he lost his grandfather and went to go be with family for that. So he wasn't able to be here tonight with us.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I could learn all the bass lines.
Yeah, and so I usually don't do song swaps because I don't have any skills other than strumming. So
I think you got a lot more skills than you realize.
But thank you for coming to my rescue and making it better.
My pleasure, as long as I don't fuck up the notes, so that's no
Exactly.
problem. She's gonna dock me. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this one. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna do this one that I wrote with Scott since he was brought up, and I do need to remember that I have a record that I put out. In fact, Scott helped co-produce this record with me, and he and I sat down and we were thinking about, we were talking about his kids, and I was confessing that I wanted to be more like Mr. Rogers, but I'm not nice enough. That's what I realized. So that I was thinking of, like, you know, I'm really channeling my Miss Frizzle now from, like, the Magic School Bus. Like, she's a fashion icon, first of all, and science, you know, you gotta love her for that. And her sidekick was, like, this little, like, lizard. And so I haven't been bringing him out, but I've had my little Tyrone. I know. My T-Rexes, my little T-Rex purses that I love to have, I've sort of put them away for the pandemic in the meantime. I think they've got a, what's the word when you can't get you have underlying pre-existing conditions. All of his friends are dead, so I understand that his worry. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so he and I sat down and wrote this song, and it's based off of 3 questions, because I feel like that's the best way of starting a conversation, right, is asking questions. So this one's, who do you want to be, where do you want to go, and what do you want to say? Who do you want to be, rising high with the country, right by your window? From a distance it seems everything you love can get lost in the shadows. When you get in close you'll see it. It ain't just gotta do this. Although I do have to say that now that we've been through the pandemic, I'm a little less enthusiastic about handshakes.
Yeah.
You know, fist bumps are good, elbow.
Yeah. I don't know if the handshake's coming back.
It's back.
It's back?
It's back.
Oh. Y'all get out more than I do.
It is back, but so is also like, hi, shake your hand, and then automatically, like, I feel like you can't be upset if people use a hand sanitizer nowadays. 'Tis the times, what can we say?
Yeah.
You know, half the time I'd rather give somebody a hug, just because, you know, you're not facing each other in that circumstances, so you can kind of be, I don't know. These are all the things that we've like sort of had to like reprogram ourselves and figure out what the right or wrong thing is to do now.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about, I had some, it's like we make our own science up in our minds about how to do these things. And I'm thinking because Bruce is bigger, his vaccine's not as strong as mine. Right?
But his air is cleaner.
But his air is cleaner because he's higher. But is it thinner too because he's at a higher altitude? I mean, that would be the next one. Oh boy.
More smog things.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different perspective from, you know, being that tall.
Yeah.
You're always looking down on people, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then whenever I do see like up like above the refrigerator or something, I'm like, you've seen how gross it is up there
And
for this whole time?
Never did anything.
Nothing about it. He's got a whole different worldview.
Does he have good eyesight though? That's the next
He
question.
does. He does.
Yeah.
It's irritating because
Like he-
mine's terrible. So I just hate it when he's better than me at something. So, how about let's do this song? This is kind of like a little soul country tune that was the title track to my most recent record that Bonnie came in and sang on. And it's called Back Again. How does it start out?
It starts with the drums.
First with the drums.
My baby let me go. He called me on the phone. He said I ought to know he wasn't there alone. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. Back being blue. He said it was a sign that love is still so strong after all this time. How can that be wrong now? She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue.
It's,
It was the speedy version.
be a little,
I do
slower.
everything faster live. I always want everything to be fast, and in the studio, I'm kind of forced by others to slow stuff down.
I'm the same. I am totally the same. In fact, Masterson gets on me on a regular basis. Like, the record, it's a bit slower. And I'd be like, that doesn't feel right. So, he's right about half the time.
Wrong half the time.
Yes, exactly. I know. I mean, poor guy. He has to put up with a lot with both Whitmore sisters at this point in time, so he kind of gets a gold star just for being there.
Oh, yeah.
I do think he's a little bit glutton for punishment. Do what?
He survived the Whitmore sisters.
I cannot wait to have those T-shirts. We're gonna make hats out of it first.
Awesome.
Oh, I don't know if we told you this, but so Ricky Ray, the pedal steel player, you know Ricky, right?
Right.
Ricky got inspired one of the songs off the record, and he still won't listen to it. He actually has a co-write on it, which was awesome, but it's like an intervention song. But my favorite line, which I think is one that he contributed, was "Stranded on the floor, now I'm blocking the door. Lost your stash and all of your cash." Anyway, sorry. We're such assholes. That's basically the bottom line. Eleanor and I were like, oh, we're going to take this and run with it. Poor guy. Well, since I got this thing on, I'm going to do this other bummer jam of mine. I wrote this one for our friend George Reef. And it was the first song that I ever wrote on bass, which seems so silly. And I laughed and cried like a whole lot after I finished the song, because I'm like, why did it take me this long? Like, I played this instrument since I was 8 years old, never wrote a song on it. So this one's called George's Lullaby. I'm doing this in the wrong key. Let's do this in the right key.
Right. Well, just for fun.
I do think he fucks with me every time I do the song. You know how a heartbeat both rises and falls. Follow the breath as it ebbs and flows. Remember a time when three became four. The beat that brought me to you. When you lose your heart and that first of the war, the bass feels a heartbeat on two and then four. The blaze of anguish once again and once more. The low end and rhythm, the heart it beats for. You know how a heartbeat both rises and falls. Follow the breath as it ebbs and flows. Counting in time, both in rhythm and rhyme. The beat that brought me to you. I love you for always. You'll be in my heart. For the love and the laughter will live in my heart. May it be with you forever, always. Start at the beginning and sing it once more. You Remember the time when three became more, the beat that brought me to you. You say that the earrings are last, they don't go. So my friend, my heart beat once more. Be with you forever, with me always. I'll see you again, somewhere and somewhere. I'll see you again someday. That was a really fun night at Emo's that we all got to do together. That was, and I got to play his bass that night. That meant a lot. So
That's cool.
he was actually, because I always hated going to music stores because I always got little ladied. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you buying for your boyfriend? I'm like, fuck you. I know more about this. I remember going to get like a Paragard, or not Paragard. That's a totally different thing. Paracoustic DI is what it was referred to. And the guy was like asking me if I knew how to work it and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, so what are you going to use it for? And I was like, I'm buying it because it matches my outfit. What do you think? Like, and I got so mad about it that, so I hadn't gone in there really ever since. That was at South Austin Music. I had that experience. And I went down the street to Music Makers that was still there. I bought their DI, went back and returned it because I was so mad at them for that. But George, I needed to get my sound dialed in. I hadn't done it yet, and he let me come over and sort of got the tone that I wanted, and then let me just play all of his like 30 plus basses that he owned, and pick the one that felt right for me. So for that, forever, he's my bass guru for that.
He saved me in the middle of a tour one time where my bass player quit. We'd been out on the road forever, and it was one of those tours where we just kept adding dates.
Yeah.
And the player I had with me had not really signed on for that.
Yeah.
And we weren't really traveling in style or anything either, and I think he was.
Was that a pre-bus or?
Yeah, it was a thing. So he was like, no, not doing this. And he came out, and the first gig that we had together was sessions at 54th Street. It was recorded,
Oh, yeah.
like a filmed thing. And he had 2 days in a hotel room in the middle of nowhere to, practice.
That's kind of like his favorite way of doing a gig,
I know,
though.
and he killed it.
Yeah.
He was like the best. And plus he was like new in the band, so everybody was so excited to talk to him. Like,
Fresh
we all heard each other's stories 1,000 times, and we were all just like, oh, George, he's so funny.
Good old Jorge.
Yeah.
He made, even when he played the wrong note, he always made it sound good. I don't know how he always got away with it, but.
Well, I want to do the title track to that record that he came out and rescued me on. I had just been booted out of Nashville. I had no idea what I was going to do next. I was 24. I felt like I was all washed up. Like, what am I going to do now? And I just thought, I'm going to make one last record. I couldn't find a record deal at the time, so I made it without a record deal, and it was so many bumps in the road, just getting it completed. Started with one producer, and then I
added another.
Changed. I took my recordings and went home, and then got a different person, and then it was just I had to get it right. I knew that it was going to possibly be the last time I ever made a record, and so it was really important to me to get it right. And so thank God I got to keep making music after this record. But
well, obviously they were adding dates to the tour, so it was going well.
It was very exciting, unexpected, and unbelievable. But this is the title track I wrote with Gary Lewis from the Jayhawks, who I guess you're playing with in a little bit. What are you playing with them?
I'm in a text.
Okay. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. The tickets go on sale for December 4th, I believe. It's the Sunday. 5th. It's the 5th, sorry. For December 5th, the Whitmore Sisters is going to be opening for the Jayhawks. The other two is the Mastersons, but I'm so excited. I love those guys so much. We were playing a couple of shows with them right before everything closed down, and like by the end of it, I got to like jam on the last song, which was really kind of badass. But anyway, I love it. I love them so much.
All right. Na 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 comfort for my shaken soul. Yellow water on my hands, tears from long ago. My skin is sitting, it's always been too thin since I can't remember when. And oh, I deserve what I deserve, what I deserve. Oh, darling, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. There's solace in this dusty earth and rocky hills. Yeah, but even starry skies can't mend my broken will. My blood doesn't pour, there's nothing to bleed for. I don't believe anymore. And oh, I deserve what I deserve, what I deserve. Oh, darling, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. Now I have done the best I can. Oh, but what I've done, it's not who I am. Oh, what I deserve. Now time has left me feeling old and losing hope. And hell, I walked a long way just to find the end of my road. And you say that I should pray. Well, I would, but my faith has strayed. I don't believe I'll be saved. And oh, I deserve what I deserve, what I deserve. Oh, darling, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. Na 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 na.
I realize it's hard to do the na-na-na-nas on the and play the bass.
Wow.
Just-
Are they like opposite kind of lines?
A little bit. Well, especially on the chorus, because like I feel like you need the two na-nas, not just the one na-na. I wore that record out though. That was like, that was totally like smitten for life. Eleanor I have to blame for that as well because she was the one that got it first. So she was smitten first, and then like she and I would fight over the harmony parts.
So that's so sweet. I love it. Thank you.
All the things that we're telling you now. You're like, oh God. The love goes back a long way. It's basically the long and short of it. So I'm so happy that you were up for coming and hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, thank you for asking me. I usually say no, but when enough time goes in between, I forget what I get scared about doing the song swap, and I'm like, yes, that'll be fun. So
Well,
it is fun. And then I get
I'm always
scared.
up for like jam. Like I like playing along with my guests too. I mean, sometimes I don't know the song, so I don't try as hard. But especially if they know in advance. Like Emily Gimbel is kind of like that too. She's like, I don't want to play by myself, and I'm like, well, you don't have to. Just tell me what you want to do, and I'll do my best. So we're getting down to it though. So I don't know. I bring the 8 string and then I forget to play it.
It's there for moral support.
It did get used on a John Moreland record, so that made me really happy. I like to throw that little weirdness that is the 8 string. Now that I'm talking about it.
Come on now.
All right.
Of course, did I tune it? No. So we're gonna be here for a minute.
Everybody can get a drink.
No, this was just it's a monster, and I love it, and I think I'll do Time to Shoot, just because.
Yeah. It sounds like a special.
It's psychedelic in here. About to be.
So, just so FYI, everybody, I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be out on tour with the Mastersons, and so I'm really excited about that. If you got some friends out on the West Coast, we're going to be hitting up San Francisco and Sacramento and Seattle and Portland and Bend, California. Oh, Oregon, my bad, I'm sorry.
There's probably one in California. They don't know.
Oh, I forgot that I'm like tuned to have to.
Are you taking the 8 string?
I'm not taking the instrument. I'm not taking the bass at all, actually. It's a whole other thing. Well, you're not going to be on the West Coast, so you don't get. It's not going to matter. So they won't know. They won't know the difference. They'll be fine.
But
It's going to be really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I've asked my good friend John Calvin Abney to sit in for me, and he's going to have some amazing guests. He's recently transplanted from Oklahoma to Austin, so I'm really excited that he's going to come. And I don't know who his guests are going to be, but I know they're going to be fantastic. So please come out and hang with him the next couple Thursdays. Now I'm going to do this depressing song for you. Time to shoot, take the shot, show the world what you got. When it's done, when you're gone, were you right? Were you wrong? Is it yours? What's it cost? Is it truly worth the loss? If you're broken, will you heal when there's nothing left to feel? A question on my mind. Why did it seem worth it at the time? For the truth, for the war, to know what you're fighting choice to hate when it's black or if it's blue. The choice is only up to you. And if you're scared, don't feed the fears, 'cause we've shed 1,000 tears. The question on my mind: why did it seem worth it at the time? Time to shoot, take the shot. Time to shoot, take the shot. And is it worth it? Time to shoot, take the shot. And is it worth it? Thank you all so much. That is a song that's on Last Will and Testament, my latest release.
What do you call that instrument?
It is an 8-string bass. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
call it.
I refer to it. Yeah, you'll do one, I'll do one, we'll probably be. That's it. I don't lie to you. I think I might be a good idea. We got 2 songs left at least, right?
I do,
Okay. Well, then we should do them.
but I wrote down.
And I learned them, damn it.
Yeah.
So I want to do them. I call that bass McMurtry, actually. 'Cause that's who I bought it from. And it still has this little like shorthand for the string numbers and stuff on it, which I thought was kind of hilarious. But it's just such a random sort of like conversation. Like, I was thinking about getting an 8-string bass. I was talking to Curtis, and he's like, "Well, I got one. You want it?" Who the fuck has an 8-string? Never mind. McMurtry, that's who. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do this Damon Bramlett song now. So like there are a couple of songs I recorded that I thought they were about something completely different than they were actually about. Which I think is a great thing about a song. That's a real talent to write something that can mean something different to different people. But so I was once asked to do this thing with Mark Colley at the Brushy State Mountain Penitentiary.
Oh.
And he was doing, go to a prison. He filmed it, show it, and had special guests. And I was kind of asked to be like the chick singer that comes up and sings with you, right?
Right.
So, but I had to give him my song choices months ahead of time, so his band could learn them. And then when I got there, those were the only songs that we could do, right? I couldn't change it at that point. And it did not occur to me until I got there that this song that I thought was about something else, I had realized at that point that it was really about the death penalty in the electric chair. I was like,
Oopsie.
I can't change this.
What did you think it was about before you realized that?
I thought it was about somebody who had committed suicide.
Oh.
So I thought it was about something maybe sadder. I don't know. So anyway, so I got there and had to do this song for these guys, but
They probably loved it though.
well, they
Maybe
did not
no.
care what I was singing about. They were just like, there's a
There's a female on that stage. They were having a hard time like getting past that point. It's probably been a
Yeah.
long time for a few of those guys.
Yeah. Maybe, my words were muddled. Who knows? I mean, they were here. So anyway, it's called Heaven Bound, and it goes like this. Electricity roar, but you look so bored on the line. Nobody knows how it felt to see that cannonball melt in your mind. Now calling all cars, one less dog behind bars, one less man in pain. Well, it hurts to see it go, but darling, don't you know, we're so glad you came. Disconnect the phone, harmful bone voice from mine. So sad and blue, how'd you do? Course you did just fine. So grab a tail on this big gray whale and do your best to stay brave. In that final line, he's just a beautiful flower that couldn't be saved. It's all good. And he won't tell anyone. If you ask him about any of his songs, like what's that about? He's like, whatever you want it to be. He's not one of those that will tell you.
We'll tell you exactly what it's about. Okay. I'm gonna forgo because I really want you to do another one. So let's do this one and send everybody out with it. So thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Typically, actually, I make my guests start, so that was the difference. So I don't really think it's
Okay. Well, thanks for having me.
My pleasure.
This was super fun. So happy to be out in the world. I just marvel at the thought that there are people in little clubs like this all over the place listening to music, and it's just like the best thing to do with your time. Go somewhere and be in some little room hearing music with others. So thank you guys for coming in.
I will say that the pandemic has definitely put me in a position where, like, I will never not appreciate what we're doing right now. Again, having that be gone for as long as it was heartbreaking. So I really appreciate you guys coming out and being supportive and being safe about it. And we love you. Please keep coming back. Keep coming in with us.
20 more around the country listening.
Oh, good. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It means a lot.
All right.
I should know since it's the only one left, but oh yeah, okay.
Yes, yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. the same.